In this question, we're told that on Monday, 12 people took 5 hours to clean a number of cars. And on Tuesday, 15 people cleaned the same number of cars. Now, assuming that all of the people worked at the same rate, in part A, we need to work out how many hours the 15 people took to clean the cars. Now, a very easy mistake to make here is not recognising the inverse proportion. And so what this means is that more people cleaning means that less time is taken to clean the cars. And so you can see that there's an inverse proportion in the sense that as one variable goes up, the other variable goes down. As the number of people goes up, the time taken goes down. And so let's see what this means when we apply this to our question. If 12 people took 5 hours to clean the cars, we want to find out how long it would take 15 people to clean the cars. Well, let's start by finding how long it takes one person to clean the cars. Now, to get from 12 people to one person, we divide by 12. But now, because there's an inverse proportionality here, if we divide on the left-hand side, we have to multiply on the right-hand side. And so we divided by 12 on the left-hand side, which means that we'll multiply by 12 on the right-hand side. 5 times 12 is 60, and so we can say that one person would take 60 hours to clean all of the cars. Well, now let's use the same logic to find the amount of time that 15 people would take to clean the cars. Now, to get from 1 to 15, we multiply by 15. And so whatever we do on the left-hand side, we have to do the opposite on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we multiply by 15. And so on the right-hand side, we need to divide by 15. 60 divided by 15 is equal to 4. And so we can say that 15 people would take 4 hours to clean the cars. Now in part B, we're told that the assumption is wrong, and we need to explain how this might affect the time taken for the 15 people to clean the cars. Now the original assumption was that all of the people worked at the same rate. Now if this assumption is wrong, it could take more time to clean the cars, or it could take less time to clean the cars, and we're not given enough information to figure out whether it would be more or less. And so that's all we need to write. We just need to say that it could take either more time or less time for the 15 people to clean the cars. And so our answer to part B is that it could take more or less time for the 15 people to clean the cars. Now this question is worth 3 marks. We get the first mark in part A for finding that one person would take 60 hours to clean the cars. And we get the second mark in part A for using this in order to find that 15 people would take 4 hours to clean the cars. And we get the third and final mark in part B for saying that it could take more or less time if the assumption is wrong, allowing us to get the full 3 marks needed in this question.